Come on, dog, we need you to do the intro. No, you stay there? Okay. What's up and good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another video. We are in my very messy shop. My very messy shop that I haven't been to in a while. We haven't like really explored this other than the other day when we were working on the OBS, but it just feels like, well, you guys know from the videos, this shop has just become a catch-all for all kinds of random crap and random parts, and it's definitely not being used to its fullest. You can see how empty and open it is back there. So Chris, what are we gonna do about this?
What are you gonna do about this?
I'm gonna hire you. No?
Can't afford me.
One of the things I've wanted to do since we essentially moved into this place was build out a mezzanine from right here all the way coming out to about here. Basically what a mezzanine is, it's like a deck, second level, to allow for not only more storage space, but like it just makes everything in here more usable. Originally we had planned on doing that as like a little party deck, little hangout, put a couch, TV on one of these walls, and basically we got an elevated hangout space, and we can use like the office space more for office space, less like couches and like our break room and all that. It's been something we put off forever, we've never done it. Well, now we need it, and let me show you why. Obviously downstairs we are like super maxed out. We've got boxes, materials, a bunch of work for it stuff, all taking up a bunch of downstairs. That's like our overflow storage. And then upstairs is where we keep like the inventory ready to ship out. So you can see we've got all kinds of shelves and all that, nice and organized. All of our inventory is basically here. Hats, all the racks, everything behind me, but we've maxed out what we can do here. We could probably squeeze another shelf or two in, but it would just be so uncomfortable because we usually have 2 to 3 people up here at a time. Essentially what my plan is gonna do is it's gonna double this square footage. So we're gonna take, it's almost the exact width of this room here, and obviously by the full width of our warehouse, and we're gonna bump it out right there. That stuff's gonna move. There's gonna be a new doorway right there out to our mezzanine. And this place actually used to have a mezzanine, just like we're about to put in, but usually when they do tenant takeovers or turnovers, I should say, they'll rip out what was put in here unless they feel it adds value. All this is gonna move. We're gonna cut a doorway through there, but let me show you guys how this started here. I always like to, for stuff like this, draw up a quick little sketch, and you can either do that, you know, on a piece of paper or use computer software, because sometimes that's a little bit easier and quicker, and you'll actually get true dimensions. So one of my favorite softwares to use is Google SketchUp. Back in the day, it was super free, and you can actually download it to your computer. Nowadays, you can use like a free web browser version, but if you actually want to download it, you have to pay. Here's your pricing options between $120 to $700 a year, which can get pretty pricey. But again, you can use a free version, albeit it's web-based and not actually like, you know, on your computer, but you can save stuff on there. So now don't mind this wall right here. This was just like, maybe we should wall it off, maybe not, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, we got Chris stomping his way up the stairs. Yes, Chris, are you okay? Okay. Again, just a quick little sketch. All these different colors denotes a separate sheet of plywood, and basically why I do this is so I can get a material takeoff list. So we'll see, we'll come down here. You can see just, you know, nothing too crazy about the framing, all pretty standard here. And we've got my best guy on it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
What should we change, Chris?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
You want to draw it?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. I see what you did there. All right, man. I see why you would put that there though when you're building a mezzanine.
Yeah, you know. Then I go right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Well, then if you're gonna go there, I'd probably put one of those right there.
Well, then, you know, I go right there,
and then we got a mezzanine.
Done.
All right. That's what we're building right there.
All right.
Screw my plan, we're building that. Now, one of the first things we have to do is we have to like figure out where this elevation is, because I don't want you to like step down and like there'd be some weird height from this room up here to outside. So we're basically gonna have to open this wall up. And if you guys have seen on the other side, we've got the beautiful work for it mural done by our homie Noah. I don't want to tear that up. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up this wall on the inside. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here, because I'm sure they've patched in a doorway, because Chris's company took the doorway out that was here. No? Yeah. So let's open this wall up a little bit, see what we're at, and then if we're really good, I don't even want to promise this because I don't know if it's going to happen. I wonder if we can like frame the doorway up from the inside, cut it from the inside or from the outside once we have our actual rough opening, glue that drywall onto a door, and maybe we keep the mural.
The first step is not cutting out the door, Ryan.
What is it?
First step is admitting that you're a slob and you got a lot of trash in your warehouse.
All right, now the other thing we're going to be doing, and it's going to be different, is my homies over at Harbor Freight sent me an entire box here of some Harbor Freight tools. And you guys know I'm a big Milwaukee tool guy. However, we're gonna jump in and we're gonna be using some Harbor Freight tools on this one. So we've got a bunch of paddle bits, we've got a bunch of different drill bits, impact accessories, the 20 volt, 12 volt charger, we've got a rapid charger as well, I believe. And then we've got a couple of different drills here. We've got just the regular drill driver, we've got a hammer drill, and then, a little stuck in there, we've got the 1/4" impact, which I used a couple of these at SEMA and I was very impressed. However, you never know till you're doing some real world application work with them. So we're actually gonna put this stuff to the test when we're building the mezzanine. Oh, and we got a sweet carry bag. Hold on, let's move this. Completely full of batteries here. What else we got? Oh, we got even more bits? Look at that. And then we've got extreme performance battery, 5 amp hour battery. What else we got in here, Chris? And a 2.5 amp. Always thankful for the guys over at Harbor Freight sending us cool new tools to try out. And let's see if these things stand up to the test of some real work, because we know they are affordable. The batteries are super affordable. They're about half the cost of Milwaukee batteries. And like I said, I was impressed playing with them on their demo at SEMA. Let's see how they do in a real world application. Meanwhile, Chris is working hard. All right. You got it. Great work, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so this little hallway's been like our overflow storage area.
Right, maybe you should go through half of it and like throw it away, not just like store it inside your bathroom.
This is a lot of podcasting stuff, which by doing this, we might actually set up another podcast studio here. Maybe we'll get back into doing truck reviews. A lot of you guys like those. Let me know in the comment section if you want us to go back to doing truck reviews and actually like, maybe actually start a real podcast this time. We'll just store that in there for now in the bathroom. It's a little stinky. I blew up the upstairs bathroom a minute ago. Chris blew up the downstairs bathroom.
Yeah.
Make sure, Chris. Did that hurt? Go through it. Go ahead. Right, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Punch through it.
I gotta be mad. I'm not mad right now.
You're losing more hair. Hey, guy. What's in there? Did you just miss a stud? Yeah, that would have hurt a little bit.
So, quiet on the set!
Chris, we gotta turn on the recording light. I don't expect you to run downstairs. Go. All right, we're recording. I don't have a Harbor Freight sawzall, so we're gonna have to use the old Milwaukee, just the 12-volt hacksaw. We're gonna cut a little hole. Again, it should be a frame doorway at one point in its life. That's about doorway height right there.
I know. You can see.
Who did the framing on this? Was it you? There's a pretty big gap on the stud to the header. Was that you, Doc?
Hey, look. You can see.
I can see.
You can see the new texture line.
It looks like it goes from there to... It must have been a small door. You can reach almost all the way to that corner.
Yeah, the door was all the way to the edge.
The door was all the way to the edge?
Yeah. Stud's right there and it goes all the way to this. I bet you it's a 30-inch door.
Why would you go all the way to the edge like that? Why don't you like center it?
I don't know, Ryan.
What happened, Chris?
Nothing.
Oh. Did you get boo-boo? You good? Alright. We got a... hold on. You got a 34 rough opening. So, 32-inch door. It's already framed out. Why mess with it? You know, we're just gonna follow the framing and we'll cut out that outside drywall. But let's get this one cut out first. So Chris, we want to know who did this. We know it was your company. Was it you? It was? No?
I swear to God, it wasn't me.
So somebody clearly cut this short, which it really doesn't matter for this. And they decided to shove a shim in there. They basically patted down underneath what was, I guess that's the original, well, clearly it wasn't actually a header. They just cut the original studs, ran some blocking in between it and called that a header. This one was screwed on because I imagine the drywall at one point came down to there. And then when they pulled the old doorway out, they screwed this 2x4 in. So we're gonna cut this center 2x4 out. And again, this was just added later. Hopefully they didn't put too many drywall screws in from the back side. Oh, found one. One every 2 foot's pretty good. Blade is also shot. All right, well, Chris just went ahead and pulled those through.
Really?
Yeah. Nail in there. Okay. Jesus. All right. Are you all right, buddy?
I don't trust you.
I'm contemplating on the front side. Do I just like drill a little pilot hole on each corner and then draw a line to each one of those, and then I cut it from the other side. Yeah, either way, it's gonna be a little funky on the mural side of things. And remember, like if we're putting this on the door, like, you know, let's show a door here. Obviously, if we're cutting an opening that's this wide, we're gonna lose some of the mural to make it onto the actual door width itself. We gotta do one. So Chris and I both have the issues of you have to smack the batteries in sometimes to get these to work. Gee, God, this one's seen some days, man.
Well, you know, I actually worked for
a little sloppy. Tight. Slop. Here's worse than mine. Well. Now this wasn't intended to be an advertisement for Harbor Freight, but this is actually looking pretty good for them.
Good thing I don't use my tools anymore.
Yeah, what? Here, let me go back to mine. My extra long metal blade on here.
Yeah, Jesus. Right. I mean, you don't have a wood blade?
Yeah, there might be a wood blade floating around the shop somewhere. Now that we've got everything cut inside, we're gonna come outside and you can kind of see I just blew through with the sawzall there. The bottom runs like right there. So this might be all for nothing, all this effort to save this, because you're basically gonna get the bottom of our mezzanine. It's gonna run 8 to 10 inches below that mark right there. And we're gonna lose like this whole lower half of the work for it. Mural there, which is awesome. Again, huge shout out to Noah. We'll probably get him back out here to draw something for us, because this thing's super, super rad. You guys can see we got a little Coronado Bridge ghosted in there. There's a lineman ghosted on that side. This thing was cool. This was something I was really excited when it got done, but we're moving on to bigger and better. We're gonna make a cooler one, right, Chris?
Maybe Chris will do it this time.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna take the forklift right now. I'm gonna hop on this really flimsy piece of wood and cut it from the outside, because it'll be cleaner than cutting from the inside.
Inside.
Shit. I come up on a truck, 110.
Back is up, forward's down. Don't kill me.
Which one does it go like this?
Oh, all of them, all at once. Hold on, man, I'm gonna need you to take a 30-minute online course. You're gonna be all certified. That's a good idea. Oh, that's perfectly safe. Woo! Okay. Stay where the forks are. We'll be good. All right, dog, take me up. The other up. The other up. There we go. All right, a little more. Keep going. You can definitely see where the old doorway was now, really well. A little bit more. All right, right there. You can't really see the mark there. Follow the framing and hope for the best. Got a little while there. Hello?
How you doing up there, buddy?
I'm doing great up here. I missed the line a little bit though.
Okay. How's the weather?
It's a little hot up here, to be honest with you. A little toasty, but yeah, I got a little wild with the cut. Not having it.
Well, you know, just try your best, buddy.
Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. You can side shift that way. That would be, I believe the far end. Yeah, that one. Other way. That's all the way then. Little bouncy. We got a little bit of mesh tape at the bottom here holding it on. Chris, go down. See if I can hold it and cut the mesh tape at the same time. A little bit more. Good. Alright, hold it right there. Alright, we lost a little bit of the bottom when we were like, oh man, and I put my salt too far. Yeah. Chris, how's it look up there, buddy? Looking good?
Looking good.
All right, so again, got a little bit wild on the cut here.
We, you know, we ate up about 1.5 inches right there. I lost feeling of where I was following the stud there and cut into it a little bit. But I think by the time we shrink this to fit on side of a door, we'll be good.
If we even do that, I was thinking, you know, what if we like cut up pieces of this, Chris, and like you can own a piece of Workford history, get a little piece of our shop wall. If you guys want little pieces of this, we'll cut up little pieces. You guys can own well, I don't know, maybe me and Chris will sign it. Maybe just Chris, because you guys probably like him better than me anyway. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. But let me go upstairs and see what it looks like where Chris is at. It looks kind of fun up there. He really wants us to put in a rope swing now or a zip line. Let's see, guys. Woo! Look at that. I'm excited. Like, I wanted to do this for so long. I even thought about like just opening this up as just a way that we can move stuff from down there to up here with the forklift, because we move a lot of stuff, like, right? We got a lot of clothing and boxes, hats and boxes, and it's never been fun carrying these upstairs. I always said when we moved from doing this in my house to a warehouse, I was never gonna do stuff upstairs, because that's where we did everything out of at my old house, was upstairs. But hey, we're back upstairs, so I think in also building this mezzanine, I'm gonna build an elevator for it. I think that should be pretty cool. Now, we did have a little bit of a blowout here, because this was right on the seam of the old drywall, to where they patched in a piece to cover up this old doorway. So all the mud that was here and the tape kind of blew out. But again, our new lumber is gonna slap right here at this elevation. And well, you won't see that again. Gotta make sure, you know, we keep everything clean here. Now we gotta get this pallet rack cleaned off. Probably should have done this before we started, but you know, we're gonna work around all of our junk until the very end. Well, we went ahead and moved all the stuff in front of Zach's toolbox here. Now we gotta try to gingerly coax this thing out without dropping all the stuff that's on top of the toolbox. And this thing probably weighs many thousands of pounds here.
We'll be responsible. That back wheel's not turning.
Let's try to
Hold on, I got more boxes of stuff. What the hell? Zach, buddy. I don't want to touch it.
This guy, he's been just hanging out at the shop by himself.
Scoop that in there, Zach.
See if you can pull it. Is that pull it? Just don't rub me over, because right here. 1, 2, 3.
Alright. Go. A little wider. Stop. A little wider. Alright. Good. Clear. Now we're going to finish taking down this pallet rack. And then pretty much we're going to do post. I didn't want a center post. At some point I was going to have a whole engineered metal beam made to span the entire 22-foot width here. But again, we don't own the building, so like, why Fort Knox it? They're just going to tear it out at some point. So we'll go post, unfortunately center post, another post, and then that'll make our span all the way across there. And yeah, so really all we need to do is get this out of the way. We should clear. We'll go over top of everything else here, everything there, and then again, we'll reorganize at some point. It's about as far as we're getting today, because I got to go get a bunch of lumber and stuff. But we've got this whole area cleaned out here. Again, we're gonna try to span over all this junk, and it is what it is. But I've got all my Harbor Freight tools laid out here. Again, we're gonna be using these to build this thing. I'm gonna get these batteries opened up, throw them on the chargers overnight. Now, they gave me 2 chargers here. We have the fast charger that charges at 8 amps. And then I believe this charger charges at 4 amps. So we have 3 batteries. We're gonna fire up all 3 chargers here. That way we can charge 3 batteries at once. I will give them credit. Their packaging is super easy to open. There's nothing worse than packaging that requires a tool to open it if you don't have a tool and you just bought it. So super easy to open here. We'll get both of these battery chargers pulled out. A little tough to do one-handed. There we go. And then you open it up and you got a battery. See, look at that. We got battery levels on it. We are halfway charged, it's been in the package, so we said we're gonna get all these charged up. Now, before we end for the day, we obviously gotta get, you know, our thumbnails and all that stuff, do all our photo shoots. And then what Chris is, what are you doing? You going fishing?
Never.
Yeah. Okay, all the batteries are charging up here. We will come back in the morning and get to work. Chris, great job today, buddy.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.